recovering, flourishing in leadership. Dr. Gift Mwemba, the happening woman, flourishing in self-excellency. Dr. Mercy Imakando, flourishing in health. Miss Venus Hampinda, flourishing in finances. And Pastor Mazuba Mwanamujende, prayer power. Pray, persist, prevail. Come and be empowered, inspired, and transformed. Register today and join the movement of women flourishing in faith.
A lovely and a warm welcome. It's now time for the news on Hope Channel Zambia, media that changes lives. Let's take a look at stories making headlines. Former presidential advisor Chris Zumani Zimba has been arrested. Ngandu Consulting Limited proprietor has been nabbed. ZAMSA receives malaria drugs. Local recycling company eyes Zambia's first plastic house. And in other news, a 72-year-old woman gifts the Adventist Church with land in Chilanga. Details of these stories plus more coming up shortly. Just stay with us.
Get heated up with some cozy entertainment this July on Top Star for only 210 kwacha on Antenna Classic or D-Smart. Witness exciting drama series on Novella E+ as they unravel stories of power, love and vengeance in beautiful revenge, airing daily at 1950 hours, and the new Filipino drama Songrado showing daily at 2040 hours. Experience the best of Bollywood series on Star Life and Z1 while enjoying classic movies on Filmbox and Movies Plus. Something cool for the kids? Tune in to Boeing and Tsunami for special superhero movies showing every weekend. No power? No problem. Catch up on your favorite shows by downloading the StarTimes Own app and link your decoder to enjoy watching for free. Top Star. Enjoy digital life.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bright Singozi with the details. George Kalimukwa is our sign language interpreter. Police in Lusaka have arrested and charged political analyst and former presidential advisor Dr. Chris Zumani Zimba for cyber harassment and libel following his alleged defamatory publications targeted to MMD President Dr. Nevers Mumba. Police spokesperson Ray Hamonga confirmed the development in a statement issued to Hope News today that Mr. Zimba, aged 45, of Chunga village in Chongwe district, faces 2 counts of harassment utilizing means of electronic communication contrary to Section 69 of the Cybersecurity and Cybercrimes Act No. 2 of 2021, and 1 count of libel contrary to Section 191 of the Penal Code Act Chapter 87 of the laws of Zambia. Mr. Hamonga explained that the charges stem from 2 articles authored by Dr. Zimba, one
the Zambia Police Service has formally arrested and charged Dr. Chris
2024 and another in the Must newspaper dated 4th May 2024, both of which allegedly amounted to harassment and defamation against Dr. Mumba. Mr. Monga disclosed that Dr. Zimba has since been released on police bond and is expected to appear in court soon.
The Zambia Police Service has formally arrested and charged Dr. Chris Zumanzimba, age 45, of Chunga Village in Chongwe District, for the offenses of harassment utilizing means of electronic communication, contrary to Section 69 of the Cyber Security and Cyber Crimes Act No. 2 of 2021, and libel, contrary to Section 191 of the Penal Code Act, Chapter 37 of the Laws of Zambia. Brief facts of the matter are that on the 2nd of May 2024, Dr. Zimba published an article on his Facebook page, and furthermore, on the 4th of May 2024, Dr. Zimba authored another article published in the Mass Newspaper edition number 4533-SM393, bordering on harassment against Dr. Nevas Mumba. As a result of these publications, Dr. Zimba has been formally charged with 2 counts of harassment utilizing means of electronic communication, contrary to Section 69 of the Cyber Security and Cyber Crimes Act No. 2 of 2021, and 1 count of libel, contrary to Section 191 of the Penal Code Act, Chapter 7 of the Laws of Zambia. The suspect has since been released on police bond and is scheduled to appear in court soon. The Zambia Police Service wishes to remind members of the public that freedom of expression is not absolute and must be exercised within the confines of the law. The use of electronic platforms to harass, defame, or injure the reputation of others will not be tolerated, and those found wanting will be held accountable.
In another related development, Ngandu Consulting Limited Managing Director Abel Ngandu has been arrested for theft by director, contrary to Section 279 of the Penal Code, Chapter 87 of the Laws of Zambia. The arrest comes after engineer Ngandu, who is the owner of the said firm, is alleged to have stolen company funds amounting to 575,000 kwacha. According to the investigations, between October 17, 2024 and March 2025, in Lusaka province, an agent of the company, Mr. Lusungu Nyirenda, managing director of Walumat Auto Company Limited, sold 7 motor vehicles on behalf of Ngandu Consulting Limited. The proceeds from the sales, amounting to 575,000 kwacha, were deposited into Mr. Abel Ngandu's personal account instead of the company's designated account. It is believed that Mr. Ngandu used the said funds for personal gains. Mr. Ngandu has been released on police bond and is yet to appear in court soon.
The Zambia Police Service, through the anti-fraud unit of the service headquarters, has apprehended Mr. Abel Ngandu, age 53, of plot number 26317 PHI area in Lusaka, for the offense of theft by director, contrary to Section 279 of the Penal Code Act, Chapter 7 of the Laws of Zambia. Mr. Ngandu, who is the managing director for Ngandu Consulting Limited, is alleged to have stolen company funds amounting to 575,000 kwacha. Brief facts of the matter are that between 17th October 2024 and March 2025 in Lusaka, an agent of the company, Mr. Lusungu Nyirenda, managing director for Walumat Auto Company Limited, sold 7 motor vehicles on behalf of Ngandu Consulting Limited. The proceeds from the sales, amounting to 575,000 kwacha, were deposited into Mr. Abel Ngandu's personal account instead of the company's designated account. Investigations have revealed that Mr. Ngandu subsequently used the said funds for personal gain. He has since been released on police bond and is expected to appear in court soon. We wish to remind all directors and company officials that fiduciary duties must be exercised with the highest level of integrity, and any abuse of office for personal enrichment will not be tolerated. The Zambia Police Service remains committed to upholding the law and ensuring accountability in both public and private institutions.
Now, a 72-year-old woman of Chilanga's Mubuyu area has donated about 4,000 square meter piece of land to Mubuyu Company under Chilanga Seventh-day Adventist Church. Miss Rosemary Mwene says she was compelled to give the piece of land to the church because there was no nearby Adventist congregation when she moved to the area some years back. She added that for the past 30 years, she has not been able to frequently return tithe due to some circumstances, hence the donation. Speaking during the official handover ceremony, Chelanga Mission District Pastor Pethias Musonda, who received the land document on behalf of the church, expressed gratitude to Miss Mwene for the generosity towards the church. Mwene Muyanga has more in this report.
In a remarkable act of generosity, a 72-year-old woman of Chilanga's Mobuyu area, Miss Rosemary Mwene, has donated the substantial 4,000 square meter piece of land to Mobuyu Company under the umbrella of Chilanga Seventh-day Adventist Church. Miss Mwene shared that her decision was driven by the absence of a nearby SDA congregation when she first moved to the area. She also noted that not being in active employment for nearly 30 years, she couldn't frequently contribute through tithes, and this donation was a way of giving back to the church.
This land to church, for the church, simply because when I retired, I knew I had no other income to live for tithe. So this is part of my time, and what motivated me to do that, the first thing is I like church, and going to the nearest church from here, you have to walk more than 7 kilometers away. As I am aging, it's not possible for me to do that. So I said, if I could bring some people nearer me, it was going to be much better for me.
Miss Mwene's selflessness had an impact. Her daughter, Brenda Chanda, expressed that her mother's actions are a profound inspiration for her to follow suit.
Of land to church, she did well, and I appreciate that. If it's good, I'll start doing like this, even with my children.
The official handover ceremony saw Chilanga Mission District Pastor Pethias Musonda receive the land documents. Pastor Musonda conveyed his deep gratitude to Miss Mwene for her incredible generosity to the church, acknowledging the significant impact her donation will have.
We are here to witness the official handover of the documents of this place, at this place where we are worshiping. As the family, as the Spirit spoke to them, they realized that they gave God the best, something from their heart.
And Chilanga SDA Church First Elder Jolwe Simoe had this to say.
We are glad this afternoon that we witnessed a thoughtful gift that has been given to the church, which is a piece of land by the family of Mrs. Mwene. And this is a great gift to us as a church, in the sense that it has come at the right time when we are trying to focus on one of the pillars of the strategic plan of the conference, which is mission, which also sits with us well under our strategic plan under church development.
Miss Rosemary Mwene's generosity is a testament to faith and community spirit. Mwene Muyanga reporting for Hope News, Lusaka.
Now, the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA, has received 100,000 vials of World Health Organization pre-qualified artesunate 60 milligrams of malaria drugs. According to ZAMSA Senior Manager Corporate Communications, Bradley Jungove, the consignment is part of the 31 million kwacha procurement contract aimed at strengthening the availability of essential anti-malarial commodities across the country. Mr. Jingobe says the delivery follows the successive receipt of an earlier consignment of 8,400 vials, bringing the total received so far to over 108,400 vials. He says the supplies will immediately boost the capacity of health facilities, particularly in high-burdened areas, to effectively manage and treat severe malaria cases.
The Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA, is pleased to announce to the general populace a significant milestone in the national fight against malaria with the arrival of a critical consignment of life-saving medication. On Friday last week, July the 18th, ZAMSA received 100,000 vials of WHO pre-qualified artesunate 60 milligrams, a cornerstone medicine in the treatment of severe malaria. This shipment forms part of a 31 million kwacha procurement contract aimed at strengthening the availability of essential anti-malaria commodities across the country. This latest delivery follows the successful receipt of an earlier consignment of 8,400 vials, bringing the total received so far to 108,400 vials. These vital supplies will immediately bolster the capacity of health facilities, particularly those in high-burden areas, and this will help to effectively manage and treat severe malaria cases. ZAMSA further wishes to inform the public and stakeholders that the remaining 244,600 vials are currently in transit from China and are expected to arrive into the country in a few days' time. The agency remains engaged with its supply chain partners to ensure timely and uninterrupted delivery of all essential health commodities.
You are watching the news on Hope Channel Zambia. Just now we take a break. We'll have more stories on the other side, to stay with us.
Get ready, ladies of faith. The Southern Zambia Union Conference Women's Ministries Congress is here. Dates 23rd to 27th July 2025. Venue Mulungushi University in Kabwe. Registration is 1,900 kwacha only. This covers your accommodation, meals, conferencing costs, and a special conference pack. Don't miss out on this powerful lineup of speakers. Dr. Loveness Ndebele, covering Flourishing in Faith. Dr. Vani Munyumbwe, covering Flourishing in Leadership. Dr. Gift Mwemba, The Happening Woman, Flourishing in Self-Excellency. Dr. Messi Imakando, Flourishing in Health. Miss Venus Hampinda, Flourishing in Finances, and Pastor Mazuba Mwanamujende, Prayer Power. Pray, persist, prevail. Come and be empowered, inspired, and transformed. Register today and join the movement of women flourishing in faith.
Get heated up with some cozy entertainment this July on Top Star for only 210 kwacha on Antenna Classic or D-Smart. Witness exciting drama series on Novella E+ as they unravel stories of power, love, and vengeance in beautiful revenge, airing daily at 1950 hours, and the new Filipino drama Songrado showing daily at 2040 hours. Experience the best of Bollywood series on Star Life and Z1 while enjoying classic movies on Filmbox and Movies Plus. Something cool for the kids? Tune in to Boeing and Tsunami for special superhero movies showing every weekend. No power? No problem. Catch up on your favorite shows by downloading the StarTimes own app and link your decoder to enjoy watching for free. Top Star. Enjoy digital life.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. And now for the rest of the news. A local company, New Tech Recycling, is leading the fight against plastic pollution by turning plastic waste into durable products such as benches, fencing poles, and school desks. Company Director Castro Shanove says over 1,500 tons of plastic have been recycled so far, helping to reduce environmental pollution and create jobs. The company collects plastic from community members, processes it and uses it to produce strong, lasting items, including pavers that are said to be 3 times stronger than the concrete ones. Despite facing challenges like lack of government support, power outages, and high production costs, New Tech is pushing forward with plans to build Zambia's first plastic house by next year. Mr. Shanove is calling for more public awareness, support for innovation, and better waste separation practices at household level. He also urges policymakers to back local recycling efforts as a practical solution to climate change, job creation, and sustainable development. Details are in this report.
Zambia's plastic waste problem is growing, but so is the innovation fighting it. One local company has found a way to turn what many throw away into durable, useful products, while protecting the environment and creating jobs. At the heart of this transformation is New Tech Recycling, a Lusaka-based company that has recycled over 1,500 tons of plastic waste, plastic that would have ended up polluting rivers, landfills, and drainages.
We get plastic from vulnerable people in the community, and we convert that into different things like the bench I'm sitting on, fencing poles. We've done school desks before. We're now going into producing construction materials.
Director Castro Shanove says one of their standout products is the plastic paver, which tests show is 3 times stronger than concrete. To make this work, New Tech is about to establish what they'd call buyback centers, allowing citizens to sell or donate plastic waste instead of dumping it.
Then we've also gone to produce things like pavers. So pavers, after we did the strength testing, we found that plastic pavers are much stronger, about 3 times stronger than the concrete ones. And they are much more durable. As you know, plastic barely goes away. So once we put it into a product like that, then you're guaranteed that the product will last for a very long time. So the norm has been that people will get this plastic, and first of all, our norm as a people is that we just get this plastic and toss it off the window if we're driving, or we just throw it in the environment. But then there are those people that would then, even if they dispose the plastic in the bin, it almost always lands up at the dump site, at the Chunga dump site. So what we're trying to set up now is an initiative where we can divert this plastic. It doesn't even have to go to the dump site. So we are setting up more or less buyback centers in communities or areas where people can either come and drop off their plastic, or they could even bring it to us and sell it to us, so that we can get it clean, and that will help us reduce our cost. So in short, we're diverting this plastic from ending up in the rivers, in the environment, and channeling it into other products like.
But the journey hasn't been easy. Shanove recalls how the company was inspired by tragedy in 2008 when a young girl drowned in a drainage blocked with plastic waste. Since then, it's been years of research, sacrifice, and persistence. Despite innovation, the company has faced major obstacles, which are limited access to clean plastic, high energy costs due to load shedding, and little support from local authorities.
Using trees or cutting down trees to produce that bench, if you get a plastic bench, it will last almost forever. So meaning that we're first of all protecting our forest. So even the issue that government has been talking of producing desks 2 million desks, you can imagine the number of trees that will need to be cut down. Just the buy-in from government has been pretty difficult. We've written to almost, if I could say, all the officers from the first office to the last. But it's been pretty challenging to just get even an audience to just showcase what we're able to do.
While donor agencies have helped New Tech acquire equipment, the company still operates with semi-industrial machines that make production slow and expensive. The company now has its sights set on building Zambia's first ever plastic house, a model already proven in Colombia. If successful, it could offer a cheaper, faster solution to the country's housing deficit.
That as a country we need to change focus and look at innovations that work, and this is one of them. It's something that we've tried, we've tested, we've proved that it works, and it's an issue of now supporting it and scaling it. We're talking about job creation. This is where we could be able to create the jobs and at a minimal investment, because if you look at the turnaround jobs that, say for instance, we're creating when we invest in mining, you look at the amount of money that you put in and the number of jobs we talk about, so many jobs. But if you put only a fraction into the recycling sector, you are able to then create the jobs that we're talking about, and also address the issue of the environmental concerns that we've been talking about.
Mr. Shanove is calling on the public to separate waste at home, support local collectors, and think differently about plastic. He's also urging policymakers to fund innovation, not just make statements about it. As plastic continues to pile up in Zambia's streets and rivers, New Tech Recycling proves that with the right vision and support, waste can become wealth, and innovation can drive real change. Reporting, Bright Sinkos, Hope News, Lusaka.
Now, a senior education standards officer says so in charge of business studies, Lusaka province has challenged young people in schools to maintain high levels of discipline and hard work if they are to achieve their goals. Speaking during the Anchor Primary and Anchorage Secondary Careers Day as guest of honor, Miss Cecilia Shindende encouraged learners to go beyond careers and discover their gifts that will serve the world and be of service to the people. Details around this.
On Friday, 18th July 2025, Anchor Primary and Anchorage Secondary Schools hosted an inspiring career day under the theme, Preparing Young Minds for Greater Opportunities Through Education. The event aimed to ignite passion and ambition in students, guiding them towards their future paths. Guest of honor, Senior Education Standards Officer in charge of Business Studies for Lusaka Province, Ms. Cecilia Shindende, challenged the young minds in attendance to embrace discipline and hard work as cornerstones for achieving their aspirations.
There is no career that is easier than the other, but all careers need a lot of discipline for us to attain what we want to be. To become anything meaningful, you must work hard. You must say yes to your future, saying no to laziness, to bad company, and to giving up. Most of the time, we are found with people of very bad characters, or bad company, people that do not influence us positively, but people that take us doing things that are not supposed to be done. We have been children before, pupils before. Peer pressure has always been there. It is not something that has just come today. So if you are someone that is influenced by what others are doing, you just follow around where the wind is taking everyone. You hear people going, running away from school. In the night, you want to play out, you want to drink, you want to smoke, you follow those. While your friends are studying, you are inviting trouble for yourself. You will not attain your dreams, you will not achieve that career that you want to become.
Education Director Mrs. Ronnie Mvula expressed heartfelt gratitude for the tremendous support provided by both parents and teachers. She emphasized their crucial role in nurturing the children's growth and ambitions.
We really appreciate you parents who have come. You know, this program is very
The learners themselves showcased remarkable talent and understanding in their various career exhibitions. They demonstrated impressive competence in the professions they aspire to pursue.
To end the news, let's look at the top stories making headlines. When you finish this term, you find another term. Good performance.
The students also had an opportunity to interact with professionals in various fields who encouraged them and gave them insights as they prepare to meet their dreams. Mwene Muyanga reporting for Hope News, Chibombo District, Central Province.
Thanks a lot, Mwene, for that report. And finally, government, through the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, has launched the Social Protection Week with a call to promote inclusive development, reducing poverty and equality. The Social Protection Week, spearheaded by the Ministry in collaboration with the United Nations and cooperating partners, will run from July 21st to 25th, 2025 under the theme Life Circle Approach, Leaving No One Behind. Ministry Permanent Secretary Angela Kawandani has reiterated government's commitment to implementing social protection programs aimed at improving the welfare and livelihood of the poor and vulnerable.
This annual event presents an opportunity for government, development partners, and other stakeholders to have dialogue in order to discover new things in social protection so as to improve program implementation. It is also a time to share knowledge, experiences, and best practices to foster a more inclusive social protection programming in Zambia in order to contribute to national development. We value our communities and also our partners. And at this juncture, I wish to urge everyone to attend the community engagement on Wednesday, 23rd July 2025 in Ngombe compound at Filelimo ground so that we have interactions with everyone on issues of social protection. Countrymen, women, and children. Government launched the revised National Social Protection Policy earlier this year to provide a framework to guide the implementation of social protection programs in order to improve the welfare and livelihood of the poor and vulnerable. The new policy embraces the life cycle approach, which ensures that risks and vulnerabilities that occur at different stages of life are addressed systematically and efficiently so that no one is left behind. The new policy framework ensures that government implements poverty reduction programs efficiently through comprehensive programming while creating resilience among the populations across the different stages of life. This means that no one should be allowed to slip through the cracks into poverty, but should be supported. It takes care of different categories of people, such as pregnant women, children, adolescents, the youth, every adult, and older persons. The life cycle approach ensures that programs respond to various risks and vulnerabilities faced by people from conception to death. Further, it builds a social protection system that extends protection and coverage of individuals and contingencies across the life cycle, creating a resilience in them to overcome social and economic risks throughout their lifetime. Countrymen, women, and children. Government has been implementing social protection programs over the last several decades, but poverty and inequalities still persist and are more pronounced in the rural areas. It is for this reason
We end the bulletin on that note. Let's recap on stories that made headlines. Former presidential advisor Dr. Chris Zumanizimba has been arrested. Ngandu Consulting Limited proprietor has been nabbed. ZAMSA receives malaria drugs, and local recycling company eyes Zambia's first plastic house. In other news, a 72-year-old woman gifts the Adventist Church with land in Chilanga. Well, that will do for today. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Bright Sinkozi alongside George Kalimuka, our sign language caster. On behalf of the entire studio and production team, wish you a lovely moment as you keep watching Hope Channel Zambia, media that changes lives. From all of us, it's bye for now, and God bless.